Hi, this video is for Com 325, Group 10 for the video analysis project. Our group members are Jeremy, Emily, Elisa, Grady, and Ethan. Our video-based public service announcement that is going to be analyzed is called Rewind the Future by the Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. This is an advertisement for the importance of living a healthy life, specifically for parents, which now we can get into the audience portion. So for this PSA, it is persuasive and it's meant for the parents of children. It's created for the concern of children's health, and it's meant to persuade parents to help their children make healthy food choices. It shows the negative impacts that childhood obesity could have on an individual's entire life. Throughout the video, it starts with a 32-year-old man who's having heart issues due to his weight. And then it shows a rewind of his entire life, starting whenever he was just a toddler and his mother gave him unhealthy food to help him stop crying. Therefore, um, it really pinpoints the parents towards the end of the video. In the beginning, it may seem like the audience is for adults, which it is as well. The intended audience is really everybody to create awareness around this issue of obesity. However, towards the end, where it shows where his life started and how he was fed unhealthy foods from the beginning, really emphasizes the intent on the audience being for parents of children and how parents impact childhood obesity and the negative impacts that childhood obesity could have on one's entire life.
So let's discuss the ethical framework of the advertisement. In class, we discussed the ethical model known as TARES, which centers on the 5 principles of truthfulness, authenticity, respect, equity, and social responsibility. I think in all these ways, the advertisement does very well. Specifically with truthfulness, by giving us a slice of life view for the protagonist, it doesn't omit any facts. It shows good decisions and bad decisions. It shows personal responsibility and the things that were outside of the individual's control. In terms of authenticity, it's not exaggerated or biased. It shows the good and bad decisions that people make, trying to do well and making poor decisions. So it's very relatable to the average person who's neither wholly good nor wholly bad. The advertisement respects its audience by not talking down to them, not fear mongering. It simply portrays actions and possible consequences that we all know very well. In terms of equity, the advertisement doesn't victim blame, it doesn't fat shame. It simply describes that there are consequences to our actions and that these consequences can be avoided, but it takes a lifetime of decisions. There's no villain in this story. There's no flaw. There's simply we need wisdom to do better. And finally, in terms of social responsibility, the advertisement doesn't blame anyone in particular, but neither does it push a particular solution. It's not here to sell a product or make a profit. It's here to encourage people to do better, and it leaves room for the viewer to have freedom of choice in how they approach this. So I think in all these ways, the advertisement does very well when it comes to the ethics of persuasion.
Hi, my name is Alyssa Feldman, and I am in group 10 for this project. And our video is called Rewind the Future. And the term that I will be doing for my slide is visual design. So I think visual design is a very important aspect when it comes to persuasion, especially in videos, of course. So as you can see in this video, when it starts out, it's very blurry. As you can see, it's dark. And I think that's very, very cool because when an audience looks at a video, I think emotion really is at play. So when you look at something visually, it can very much stimulate a certain emotion within you. So if something is dark and blurry, it can make you feel eerie. It can make you feel odd. And you might be wondering, why would a video want you to feel odd? Well, in certain aspects that have to do with persuading you out of things, So this video describes your child's future and your child's present. And so if a child, eats too much, eats unhealthily, they can turn out, poorly. So if a video looks, poor, if a video looks crazy, if a video looks dark, it really shows the audience, dang, I don't want to feel this way. I don't want to feel like how this person is feeling. Um, so it's very interesting when it comes to visual design because, you can persuade someone into feeling good or into feeling, happy about a product that you are advertising or a service that you are advertising, or it can make an audience feel sad or gloomy or scared by kind of persuading them out of something. So visual design is very important, and I am very glad I got to talk about it. So thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Grady Jones, and my portion of the project is going over tone and overall effectiveness of the ad. So, some of the key tones from the ad are serious, informative, and unapologetic. The ad does a great job of showing what the reality of obesity in America looks like and how it starts from childhood. And really, it shows how easy it is for things to get out of hand, and you kind of just lose slip of things, and next thing you know, you're dead at 32, like in the ad. I'd say the ad is particularly effective because it kind of makes the person watching it scared. It shows them, dang, like this could be anybody. It could be you. Overall, I think this is a very effective ad. The purpose of it was to spread awareness around obesity, particularly childhood obesity, and I think it does a great job of that. I think if a parent saw this, they would be scared and maybe reevaluate the choices of what they feed their kids. And even for the kid watching it, I mean, it's kind of a scary video. I think it really is very effective and serves its purpose very well.
Hey, my name's Ethan Parrish. I'm going to talk about some of the appeals and persuasive elements within this advertisement, this video. And first, I want to start off with the strongest appeal, pathos, the emotional appeal. They appeal to fear, sadness, and regret. The video starts with a young man having a heart attack. There's obviously some medical operations happening to this young man. They're trying to treat him, and then they go backwards to show what led up to this moment in his life, and they show just incredibly unhealthy habits. So poor eating, lots of sugary foods, a sedentary lifestyle where he's playing a lot of video games, laying down, struggling to exercise, shows him out of breath a lot, and really just intense concern by parents and doctors, showing that and this leads to the logical appeal, showing that these unhealthy lifestyle habits lead directly to or can lead directly to diabetes, heart issues. In this young man's case, a heart failure, a heart attack. And so this emotional appeal, paired with the logical appeal, starts to make a really, really, really good persuasive advertisement. But when paired even more with a credible source, so a healthcare organization, a child healthcare organization aimed at improving the health, the healthy habits of young people, it really creates this three-pronged advertisement really aimed at helping the health of children. I think parents can be really affected by this because they see how their children can be affected by the healthy or by the unhealthy habits that they start at a young age. Teens, young adults can see this and they see themselves a lot of times. I know I did, like just an unhealthy past and how that can lead to devastation in my future, or in people's futures. This ad can really, really battle obesity, poor health habits well because it uses a three-pronged approach with its persuasion.